She'll do Albert credit, well I like that. Here, we better be off, taxis waiting, are we already? Hey, yes. Do you like that, Auntie? Oh, me to say. What can you do with her except put her in a straitjacket? Now, you'll be all right, won't you, Shirley? You won't be nervous, will you? There's no need to be. I'm sure you look very nervous. You won't be my little girl any longer, will you? Never mind, Emma. You're losing a daughter but gaining a son. She's like a thank you and look to Henry. Now, Henry, don't make a fool of yourself during the ceremony. Oh, and don't start for church for another 5 minutes. See you take Shirley down the aisle nicely. And while you're waiting, just think what you're going to say at your speech at reception. And for goodness sake, talk about your daughter and not about the ferrets. All right, we're coming. Florrie, you got everything, Daphne? Now, Henry. And we're off, Edie. And don't remember, you go down to Banfield and Shirley and Henry go. And remember what I told you about them presents. And Edie, don't pull yourself together. I don't want you out in the place down and making everyone think they had a funeral. Bye-bye, love, bless you. And you give yourself a good brush down. It won't do any harm. Act 3. Oh my God, he'll pay for this. You see if he doesn't. If I lay my hands on him, I'll kill him. Emma enters left, leans on the table. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Henry, shut that door. We don't want the old street poking their noses in to find out what's happened. Not that they don't know already, all of them. Daphne, bring Shirley in here. Come in here and lie down a bit, Shirley. Moves to setting range of cooking. Come in here, come on, come and lie down. Oh, Mum, there, you mustn't give in, love. Whatever happens, you mustn't give in. There we are, put your feet up, that's better, isn't it? Oh, Mum. Just lie back quiet. Lie back and don't talk, we'll get you a nice cup of tea. I don't want a cup of tea, I just want to go. You must have a cup of tea first. That don't make it on, Emma. Yes, you can. You can make some for all of us, Lord knows I could do with one. Oh, Daphne, what am I going to do? Try not to think about it. But how can I help thinking about it? I'll go mad, I know I will. Now lie back and rest, same as I told you. Here, I'll take this off, it's off there. And we'll take this off too. And you'll feel a bit more comfortable. Oh, Mummy. And Daphne, take this away, okay? And put it somewhere out of sight. I never want to see it again. Mum, okay? Henry enters. Oh, you've come in. You've been long enough, haven't you? You've been talking to anybody? No, I haven't. Well, this is a nice mess, isn't it? Take slippers from the cabin. Oh, it is. I never thought I'd live to see the day when a daughter of mine would... Oh, Mum, I'm sure we should have waited at church a bit longer. I'm sure he would have turned up. He might have had an accident. Something must have happened. Go and make that tea, Daphne. It's no use talking like that, Shirley, and it's no use trying to fool yourself. If you waited from now till doomsday, he wouldn't turn up. As far as marrying your precious Albert Tufnell goes, you've had it. Painfully moved. Oh, waited a bit longer. I thought I'd die of shame as it was, everybody whispering and sniggering. Count, Mum. Oh, that's better. And poor Mr. Purefoy. I'll never be able to face the vicar again, standing there trying to pretend he wasn't there at all. He puts on the slippers. But, Mum, what am I going to do? Won't I ever see Albert again? Oh, you'll see him, my girl, if there's any justice in the world. But you won't see him in church, you'll see him where you'll see him in a police court. That happen. Oh, no, Mum, not that. I couldn't bear it. You don't think he's going to be let get away with this, do you? Mum, I couldn't. Oh, it's all dreadful. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll never let Albert, where are you? I want you. Shirley, dear, don't talk about him, love. Don't even think about him. What do you say now? How can I help thinking about him? I love him. Emma rises with her shoes and moves up to him. He'll pay for this. You see if he doesn't. I've always said he was no good, didn't I? Stop, Mum. Stop running me down. I can't bear it. Oh, I wish I could die. Oh, Albert, where are you? I'll tell you where he probably is at this very... Let up of the girl, Emma. What's the use of carrying on at her? You're only making things worse than they are. Ow, you have the nerve to so much as open your mouth after what you've done. Me? What have I done? What have you... You've ruined your daughter's life, that's all. What the hell are you talking about? Who first brought Albert Tufnell to this house? You did. But damn it, I didn't tell Shirley to go and fall in love with him, did I? If she'd never have seen him, she wouldn't have, would she? You and, for God's sake, you and your poor sailor boy that you met at the White Hart, your poor sailor boy with no friends and wanted a bed for the night, must be kind to our Jolly Jack Tar, as you said. Well, where's your Jolly Jack Tar now? I expect you being jollier than ever somewhere on the other side of England. Carnoustie, Mum, I must talk to Carnoustie. Carnoustie. There's another of 'em. Let him dare set foot in this house. Mum, I must see him. Mum, where is he? Looking for Albert. But he knows as well as Ardles he has as much chance of finding him as a needle in a haystack. Daphne entered with tea things. I wouldn't be surprised if Carnoustie didn't know all about what Albert was doing all along. I'm sure you're wrong there, Aunt Emma. It's hard enough to believe there's any wickedness in Albert, but I'm sure there's none in Carnoustie. If he'd have known, he would have never let Shirley be humiliated like this. Oh, my Lord, don't tell me you've fallen for a sailor now. I'm just telling you what I think. That's all. See what we mean. It's desperate. And I could do with a cup. You could do with a cup of tea. You don't suppose you're going to sit there just sipping tea, do you? Oh, that's right. Take your boots off, take your collar off and your tie. In fact, if I were you, I should pop upstairs and nip into bed and have a nap for a couple of hours. I shouldn't let the fact that my daughter's been jilted, and it's my fault, I shouldn't let that bother you too much. Henry Hornet, you will put on your boots and your collar and your tie again, and you will get yourself down to the police station and tell them they've got to find out what's tough if they search all England to do it. No, Mum, I won't let you do it. The police can't make him marry me if he doesn't want to. It's no use talking that way, Henry. Are you going or aren't you? I aren't what? You heard. This is Shirley's concern, not yours. And she doesn't want to do nothing about it. Very well then. I'll go myself. No, but if you do, I'll drown myself, I swear it. Oh, we'll have a cup of tea, then perhaps you'll see sense. And never mind, I just saw Mrs. Lack coming through the... Are you there, Emma? Yeah, she starts. Give Shirley a cup of tea. Sits right, Emma. It's right, Emma, it's only me. I wouldn't have intruded at a time like this, but I thought I'd just... Shirley, love, my heart goes out to you. I'm sure you mean this very kindly, but... Florrie, I'm sure you mean this very kindly, but I'm not going to stay. I know you want to be alone with your great sorrow, but I just thought I had to... Oh, thanks, love. Oh, I needed that. I went to Bamford's with the others, Emma, so as you told us. But I couldn't eat a bite, not if you paid me £1,000. My heart was with poor Shirley here. So I said to myself, Florrie, it's no use, your place isn't here. You should be near those who are suffering, and God, how you must be suffering. It's very kind of you, Florrie, but Mr. Hornet, poor Mr. Hornet, you're not saying much, are you? But if we could look into your heart, I'm sure we'd find it filled with a black hatred for the man who has done this to your, treated your flesh and blood so shamefully. You find it filled with black hatred for somebody. But why should you let it happen to poor Shirley? That's what I have to ask myself. Why? The Lord moves in a mysterious way, wonders to perform. Did you leave a note or anything? Oh, the Lord. No, the bridegroom. I would have thought that, Mum. Daphne, can you see a note of your file? No notes, believe me. Perhaps he's thrown himself in the river, stealing her face. Face what? His responsibilities. I'm facing one very big fact at the moment, and that is Carnoustie. Oh, it's you. Carnoustie, have you found him? Have you heard anything? No, I've no. Have you looked everywhere? I have. Oh, well, but I'm awful sorry I've done this. You're sorry. Well, that's something I must say. Aunt Emma, please. I just want to ask you one question of mine. Did you know about it? Did Albert tell you he was going to do this? No, he did not. Of course he didn't. Quiet, you. Do you know why he did? I think Shirley would be more likely to know that than me. You do know, don't you? I know no more than you know yourselves. It wouldn't surprise me if you pretty much it right from the start. That's not fair, Aunt Emma. Why should Carnoustie do that? And why should you know the reason any more than you, even as much? And what do you mean by that, Daphne Pink? Oh, I don't know that way of talking. If you've got something to say, you say it. Don't go throwing out a lot of nasty insinuendos. And as for you, young man, you can be thinking of getting yourself away from here. door, I exclaimed. Now who? Oh, Daphne, suppose it's Albert. Aunt Edie, Aunt Edie. Now then, Edie, none of that. Edie, do you hear me? You'll have to do something, Emma. Stop it, do you hear? Edie on it. Do you want to smother her? Haven't you got a grain of sense? It's happened again. It happened to poor Shirley. Same as it happened to me. I knew it. Oh, wasn't she awful? Henry, she's your sister. Can't you do something? I saw it in the teacup. Didn't I, Mr. Blackwell? A bleeding, broken heart. Oh, my poor lamb. Will you shut up and leave Shirley alone? Ever since I saw it in the teacup, I've known. Wherever I've turned, I've seen bleeding, broken hearts. They were all Shirley's. I knew they were Shirley's. Something told me. Will you be quiet while I tell you something? Another great sorrow in the family. Oh, my poor Shirley. I know what you're going through. The shame, the humiliation. Oh, no. But it happened to you the same as it happened to me. Left at the auto rail. Oh, Edie on it. It's twice the day, twice. It's a curse. A curse. What? Will you? It's a curse from the outer world. I think it's time I was going this way. We will. If you wait a minute, I'll change clothes. I'll walk down to the station. Oh, well, all right. Well, of course you must please yourself. But I do think, and I shall certainly tell your mother when I write, that you're behaving proper artless, Daphne Pink. Why? What have I done? Does it mean nothing to you that your own cousin has been deceived and made a fool of? Of course it does. I'm as sorry for it as you. But it doesn't stop you throwing yourself at the best friend of the man who did it, does it? Now tell me, you can't blame Carnoustie for what Albert has done. And you can't even blame poor Albert. I thought I told you to be quiet. Albert's not to blame. It's fate. That's what it is. Fate used Albert for its tool. Oh, Lord, she's off again. The moving finger writes and having wrote moves on. I found all I can stand. I mean, now listen to me, Emily. I've put up with this crackpot sister of yours for the past 20 years. God knows I've done it, but I have. But I've finished. Do you hear? I'm through. I've had all I can stand of her fate, her teacups, her great sorrows and her bleeding hearts. And I tell you here and now that she leaves his house tomorrow morning, and if she doesn't, then I do. Mum, you can't turn poor Aunt Edie out like that. It's unfair. She's upset. So, no, don't you start telling me what I have to do. I think you've got enough on your plate without barking your head about anyone else. You haven't managed your own affairs so marvellously, have you? Getting yourself tied up with a good-for-nothing flower bun out from God knows where, and making yourself and your family the fools in front of the old town. Albert comes in. Oh, Albert. So you've turned up, have you? Well, let me tell you. Albert, where have you been? Albert, where have you been? I've been looking at Pop's ferrets. You've been... Albert Tucker, are you completely mad? No, I'm not. At least I hope I'm not. But well, I've tried to keep quiet. I have tried. I try a bit hard, Mum. What? He said try a bit harder. But don't you realise what you've done? Our wedding. So what happened? Did you lose your memory or something? No, I didn't lose my memory. But are you telling me what you did? You did deliberately. Yes, I am. You let me go to church. No, you weren't going to. Yes, I did. Albert, I couldn't have believed that anybody could do such a cruel thing. Albert, doesn't matter. Tell me you love me and still want to marry me. I love you, sir, just as I've always done. And I still want to marry you. Oh, thank God, thank God. Oh, I can't stand it. Watching my own daughter cheapening herself, begging and pleading with a man to marry her. I don't care, Mum. I don't care if I am cheapening myself. All I know is that I want Albert to marry me, and he's going to. I didn't say I was. What? I said I wanted to, not that I was going to. But Albert, it isn't always best to do the things we want. I don't understand you, Albert. You're just standing there talking in riddles. And if there's any satisfaction you know, you're breaking my heart. Shirley, my poor Shirley, I need it. You've never wanted me to marry Shirley, have you, Ma? I never have. And you've done nothing today to make me change my mind. I've always known you didn't. God knows you made it plain enough. And I'll tell you something else. I'd rather give it to the first man who comes through that door, even if it was the devil himself. May I come in? The front door's unlocked, so I took the liberty. Come in, Mr. Purefoy. Thank you, Mrs. Hornet. Mr. Purefoy, this is no, please don't let's bother with introductions at this time like this. I'm sure you're all far too disturbed. Actually, I think I saw you all in the church, did I not? Not in, you didn't. Oh, perhaps, Mr. Purefoy, this is Albert. Oh, Albert! Good heavens, you mean Albert, the Albert? Rather missing bridegroom. Missing bridegroom, if you ask me, there's more missing. He said he loves me and he won't marry me. Forgive me. I'm a little confused. Perhaps if one person could explain. I'll soon do that. Oh, I didn't perhaps. Yes, Mrs. Hornet. Well, if there's any explanation to do, I should think Albert's the one to do it. So should I. Very well, Mr. Purefoy. Let him explain. But then don't believe one word he says. I know, if my daughter was ever treated the way Shirley's been, I still say, and I'll go on saying it, that Albert's not to blame. It's fate. And it's no use fighting fate, is it, Mr. Purefoy? Fate, Miss Hornet. I saw it in the teacup, sir. I thought I'd told you. Please, I came here to offer what comfort I could to Shirley, and it was very kind of you, Mr. Purefoy. After all, I baptised her. I prepared her confirmation. I still hope it will be my privilege to marry her, but not to him. As I say, I came to offer comfort, but it would appear that I might be able to offer something more concrete, given the opportunity. I would like to have a word with these two young people alone. Don't you think it would be wise for those who are not primarily concerned were to leave us for a while, Mrs. Hornet? Come on, calmly, Lucy. Well, I don't see what good. Very well, Henry, off you go. But aren't you? And you too, Florrie. Well, I should have thought I was concerned, seeing Rita was going to be a bridesmaid. Albert, what? Call out if you need me. I'm afraid I'm treating your home as though it were my own, Mrs. Hornet, driving you all out like this. But I'm sure that a word or two with these children alone. Very well, Mr. Purefoy. I don't see what good can come of it. The sooner it's all over and him out of the house, the better. But, as you wish, Mr. Purefoy, as you wish. Thank you. I did suggest alone, Mrs. Hornet. Well, we are alone. I meant You mean alone without me? Is that what you mean? I'm afraid it is. As Shirley's mother, I've a right to be here. Only if each of these two wants you to be. You better go too, Mum. Is that your wish too, Albert? If Shirley and me can't hear what you've got to say, so without her mother being here, we might as well chuck their hands straight away. Very well. If I go under protest. Quite very natural, perhaps. And if you don't mind my saying so, Mr. Purefoy, I don't know why you want my Shirley here. He's the one that's done wrong, not her. My girl gave him a promise to him and was prepared to keep it. But not his lordship here, oh no. He let her down. He made her look like a fool in front of the old town. And not satisfied with that, he has the nerve to come back here just so we can see him gloating over the misery he has caused. Are you going, Ma? Under protest. Yes, I am. And I'm expecting you to come with me. No, Mum, I'm staying. You'll regret it. You see if you don't, as sure as your name's Shirley on it. But I'm hoping we may yet change it to Shirley Tufnell. Oh! Good heavens, who is it? What the... It's her. She's been listening, Mum. My God, let me get out of there while I'm still alive. Mum! Enter the left. Mrs. Hornet, Mum, what is it? What's terrible? Oh, don't talk to me. I couldn't stand it. I've been listening. I've heard every word that's been said. They say listeners never hear any good of themselves, and I've been punished. I'm a wicked woman, Mr. Purefoy. No, Mrs. Hornet. I am. I must be. All the misery I've caused. Making Henry's life hell on earth, and I didn't do it with any wicked intent, Mr. Purefoy. I swear I didn't. Yeah, I'm sure you didn't, Mrs. Hornet. Hearing Henry stick up for me like that. That man's a jewel, Mr. Purefoy. And I'm an evil woman, Mr. Purefoy. What can I do to be saved? I beg your pardon. Well, you're a clergyman, you should know. Mrs. Hornet, this is so sudden. I didn't know. I didn't realise I was making everybody miserable. I just felt I was looking up to their interest. you meant by Mrs. Hornet, I'm quite sure of that. But you were misguided in your method of approach for it. Oh, yes, let's say that, Mr. Purefoy. You see, I've always had to manage other people because they've never been able to manage themselves. Did you give them the chance to? No, there wasn't any point. You see, Henry doesn't know what he's doing half the time. And Edie, well, she doesn't know what she's doing any of the time, so you see. And Shirley, what about Shirley? Whatever I've done for Shirley, I've done with the best intentions. I am, Shirley, love, I am. I'm sure you haven't. That's why I put down the deposit on number 24. I thought it would be nice for you to have me near you, a sort of guardian angel. You see, Mr. Purefoy, sir, I knew he was a sailor. And will you know what sailors are? I know what this one is, Mrs. Hornet. He's a grand fellow who'll make sure you're a good husband and who'll make you proud to have him for a son. If you say so, Mr. Purefoy. I can only say that I wish he were my son-in-law. Yeah. Your daughter hasn't made a very good catch for herself, has she? Oh, there I go again, saying things like that. Oh, making people miserable. Do you think I'm too old to reform, Mr. Purefoy? If I may be forgiven a platitude. Oh, yes, sir, I'm sure we'll all forgive you. I was merely going to say it's never too late to mend. Where's Henry? I want Henry! My God, she wants Henry. Is Dad there, Aunt Edie? He's out with his ferrets. Why, Emma? Tell him if he doesn't leave them blessed ferrets. Oh! Ask him if he'll come in, will you, Edie? Ask him? Yes, please. Don't overdo it, Ma. Think of how we are. I don't know what I'm going to do. Then I'll tell you if I may. Oh, do, Mr. Purefoy, please. You're going to dry your tears, collect all your friends and neighbours and bring them down to St. Michael's in half an hour. What? What for? For the wedding billed all to show you Albert Tufnell A.B. Mr. Purefoy, you mean that? Certainly, if Albert does. Can you do that, sir, too? Of course, why not? Oh! What about it, Shirl? Oh, Albert, darling. Shall we say in half an hour? Thank you, sir. And thank you, sir. My dear boy, what for? For being so understanding about Ma and me. My dear Albert, I was speaking with the voice of sad experience. You see, I happen to have a mother-in-law myself. In half an hour then, Mrs. Hornet. Emma takes her compact my hand on the pad of her nose. Half an hour? I'm never ready. Where's Daphne? Where's our bridesmaid? With my best man, I expect. We'll have to hurry. Where's Henry? Daphne? Oh, Daphne. Oh, Emma rises and crosses down right. Do you understand they're offing? Away in the Petstone's taxi back, I'm getting married in half an hour. What, again? I am so. Oh, Shirley, how wonderful. What are you waiting for? I'm getting married, you hear? I heard, man, I will all but feel my feet on the same dread slippery slope as your aim. Come along, Shirley. Picks up the bridle and gives to the fairy. It's time to go and see about getting yourself made presentable. Go upstairs and Daphne will go with her. Give your face a good wash. Why, am I smeared my lipstick? I was talking to Shirley. Oh, my bed. Come here, Shirley. Yes, Albert? You sure you want to marry? Oh, Albert. You said you want me. Yes, I do. You go upstairs right away. Give yourself a wash, brush your coat, and you're just ready for the wedding. What, another one? No, the same one. Go on, off you go. Do it, I tell you. Henry, come back. There. You been drinking? Oh, stuff, is it? Oh, my Lord, I've just remembered. Hey, Dave. Yes, Emma, I was just making a cup of tea. I thought you needed it. Never mind about the tea. Go down to the Banfields right away and tell everybody they can stop eating. What? You go straight down to the church at once. The wedding's in half an hour. Oh, no, Emma. Go on, hurry. I'll just get my hat. You'll get down there right away. There won't be a thing left if you don't. Oh, Lord, I hope they haven't started on the wedding cake. Maybe Blanche's teapot on Simon. Oh, I'm so happy for you. Oh, Albert. I ought to be marrying you, really. Oh, but. And she sees the teapot and thought, oh, what? You. Never mind, love. Huh? I said, never mind. She's so mad. Well, Albert, I don't know whether it's for the best or not, but I'm sure I hope you'll be very happy.
We will, don't worry. But I tell you what, Ma, what's that, son? We're not going to live at number 20 bloody 4.